ever been written, even though it is, every single lyric is exactly how I feel. Exactly how I feel. Every lyric, exactly how I feel. You hear me? Or you look at my mouth. It's exactly how I feel. It's about my life. Anyway.
Record, you can't put the drums on this album and move arrangement-wise with a sense of complexity, letting the music untangle the emotions and not trying to make them fit together, but letting them deliberately pull each other apart.
Letting the music untangle the emotions.
Spend too much time defining what you do, or telling people that you're free, or being defensive about your freedom. Obviously, you're not free.
Right.
You know, it's like anytime you have to push things down people's throat.
Feeling is the same reason why he's dismantling that whole sort of idea of him being this music living and breathing through him. Is it's like, that may not be my magic.
Yeah. I think, you know, he's an instrument, and there's that thing people describe where you feel like you're a channeling thing. You feel like you're an instrument of something else coming through you.
Yep.
I think Joyce describes this. There's this sense, a feeling of enchantment of the heart, and he's describing to a friend, Stephen Dedalus, is describing how do you know. He takes an object like a basket, and he says, how do we know a basket is a basket and not anything else? And he describes its form. He describes, you know, it's this kind of philosophical question, and he says, now, if once we have conceived of this object that is purely itself, there is this thing that happens, this enchantment of the heart, something that is not only itself in like a material sense, but itself in a psychic, conceptual sense, this collective idea of...
It's almost beyond conceptual, isn't it?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
That's what I mean. It's really common, I think.
Yeah.
Only sort of doing it for a period of time and becoming aware of that no one can take it away from me, you know? Like, no one can stop you picking up a guitar and writing a song. Deal or no deal.
It's true.
Right? You're an audience now.
A lot of it has to do with imagination and the great desire and need to get out of that small town kind of feeling and go somewhere and be somebody because you feel like you're missing something.
Music does not describe. Music does not narrate. Music does not tell stories. Music evokes. Music suggests, music implies, and music opens up the mind of a child in an extraordinary way.
I'm terrible at, and that's music. So I figured in times of uncertainty, in dark times, in the valley of the shadow of death, so to speak, you gotta lean into what you know you're good at. And so that's what I did.
Stable, good living as a musician. So that would be my advice to anybody is the more you can do, the better the chances that you're gonna go on and, you know, be able to prosper, even if one aspect of the music business completely falls apart.
I don't want to be just another can in the assembly line. You know, I want to, you know, create, do something that's totally different and unusual. It's like, I hate to say it, but it's like what all songwriters say. It's true. It's like you don't write the song writes itself, and it just kind of falls into your lap. It's like when you say, gee whiz, did I do this? It was that sort of thing.
When I look at Jay, I felt, you know, the stories they were telling, you know, whether it was fictional or not. These ideas that they was putting down made me believe, you know, any and everything that they were saying, because it just came from a space of whether a realistic point or just their imagination being so strong, you know, and so heavy. Absolutely. You know, that you just get bombarded into their ideas. And that's how it comes across with me.
Beautiful. I feel like even if you don't agree with what someone is saying, but if they're saying it and you know that they believe it, you resonate with it on some level. You don't have to agree with it to respect it and appreciate. It's just human expression.
When I pull from that place, it comes along with pictures, you know, and when I'm trying to make a song, even the form of it, even the part that doesn't have words, the parts that don't have words, it's still, you know, really trying to make a photograph out of something that you can never see, you know, like materials that aren't visible, but still trying to make a photograph.